You familiar with this? A heartbreaking story from the United Kingdom. Henry Nowak, an 18-year-old student at Southampton University, great kid, was coming home and was jumped by an animal who hated him. It's unclear what the motive is here, but we know this. Vikram Digwa was sentenced to 21 years to life in prison for killing Henry Nowak. And this story was a bizarre one, and very few people were willing to tell it. This appears to be an attack on that young man by Vikram Digwa, and whatever the motivation, he said the magic word when the police showed up. He attacked me with racist words. That's what he said, and that was enough. That was enough for the police to believe him and put Henry Nowak in handcuffs while he was bleeding to death. All right, earlier that night, this happened. Watch and listen, please.
Heading for a night out with his university football teammates in Southampton, this was Henry Nowak last December. He's seen on CCTV later making his way back to his student accommodation, but he never made it. The 18-year-old was stabbed multiple times.
So he was jumped by this guy who had a great big dagger. And let's just take a look at the body camera footage. See that guy right there? He's the assailant. But again, he put it out there. This man used racist words against me, which is basically against the law in the UK. Nobody likes racism. But that poor kid who was stabbed to death did not utter any racist words. The cops came in there, handcuffed the kid, listened to everything this guy was saying, and it looks like Henry Nowak bled to death as a result. Here's some of the body camera footage.
My turban off, so I grabbed my head.
Are you injured?
Yeah, I've got swollen eye, little bruises.
Alright, just step back a little bit for me. Someone flag these down.
Got this stabbed.
Alright, let's get you out of there, shall we?
I was in bed asleep. I can't breathe.
Grab his other arm.
It's kind of just pushing him around like a sack of potatoes. And take this full again. Remember, the assailant in the upper right, that's the guy who did it. That's the guy who stabbed him. And why they're treating Henry as the suspect, who was bleeding and stab wounds all over the place, he said racist words were employed. There's no mark on that guy. He got it right here. No, he didn't. Next, please.
What's happened to you, alright?
You've been stabbed? Whereabouts? I don't think you have, mate. Hand? Put the hand in the cuff, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, that gasping, that's generally he's running out of air. He's bleeding out, and they have him on his side. And, you know, if you have a wound from your neck and your head, having the hands behind, handcuffed, it's no way to treat somebody like that. You elevate the wound. None of that is happening here. The magic word again, racist. The assailant, the actual assailants, accused that young man falsely of being a racist again. And he has all the authority, all of the permission in the world with that magic word. Next.
Saying he's been stabbed, so
Where is
just
it you think
checking.
you've been stabbed? In the face?
What's your name, mate? At the moment, you are under arrest, and that's for assault, so you do not have to say anything, may harm your defence. If you do not mention one question, so to you later line of court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence, alright? It's going to be sick, I think. Just want you to call it.
Call it. Like, what time is it? He's dead. They just read the rights to a dead man, and they treated him like an animal, in addition to the assailant, who gutted him like an animal. The family obviously is devastated, and all of society really should be. You know, certain cases ricochet around the world. Fake news stories like the George Floyd and no one is familiar with this. There are no mass protests. I don't see any statues for Henry. Do you? Here's the father speaking, I believe, after the verdict today.
Henry did not die with dignity. He did not die with the care he deserved. He lost consciousness before anyone believed him. We hold Vikram Digwa solely and 100% responsible for the brutal murder of our son. But Henry should not have died on the streets of Southampton in police custody. The way he was treated was inhumane and degrading.
So strong. Elon Musk, the richest and probably the smartest man in the world. When he speaks, you got to listen. And I was first made aware of this case because of him and his tweets. Send the video, the one that we just saw, to everyone you know, showing how heinously Nowak was treated by the police in his dying moments and how the police cravenly kowtowed to his murderer. Legacy mainstream media, same ones who wrote about George Floyd millions of times, are dead silent about Nowak. Both men said, "I can't breathe," but only one man's death was covered relentlessly by the media. The only conclusion that can be drawn is that the legacy mainstream media is incredibly, hatefully racist against whites. Is there a better explanation? I don't think so. I think he nailed it, Elon. Also this, something that he retweeted, but I want everybody to see it. Update, as of 29 May, just a couple of days ago, 0 stories about this case from the Associated Press, 0 stories from PBS, and 0 stories from the New York Times on Henry. And I, quite frankly, didn't do enough. I did not do enough, but wow, how terrible. What a strange, strange planet. All right.